Do you know MCP is a game changer in the AI world? Let me explain you in next 4 minutes. When we ask ChatGPT to schedule meeting or send email, instead of just giving instruction, it actually performs those actions. ChatGPT doesn't know how to talk to every application directly. Your email app, calendar app, all other apps are having different instructions and different ways of working. Traditionally, developer had to build custom integration for every single application. One integration for Gmail, another for calendar. But in today's world, AI assistants needs to interact with thousands of applications. But are they doing thousands of integration in AI applications? No. Instead of every AI assistant learning a different language, different integration for every application, Anthropic introduced a common way, that is MCP, Model Context Protocol. Think of MCP like USB-C for AI applications. Instead of every application speaking a different language, MCP gives them one common protocol. The AI application you are using, ChatGPT, Claude Desktop, or any other AI assistant, is called host. The host has an MCP client. Its job is to communicate with MCP servers. The MCP server acts as an adapter between AI assistant and real applications like Gmail, Calendar, or Drive. And here's an important point. The MCP server can be built by the application provider itself or even by developers like us. When the host means AI assistant wants to perform an action, the MCP client sends a request using the Model Context Protocol. The MCP server understands this protocol, interprets the request and its parameters, and then translates it into API calls. Then the target application understands it and performs the action. Now you might be wondering, where does the LLM fit into all of this? When you type a prompt, the request first go to the LLM. The LLM reads your request and decides whether it can answer on its own or it needs to interact with an external application. For example, when you type prompt like create a meeting tomorrow at 10 a.m., the LLM knows that creating a meeting requires access to a calendar application. It returns a structured response saying, I need to call this tool with these parameters. This mechanism is called tool calling. The host receives this tool call request and understands that it needs to invoke an MCP server. Then the host uses its MCP client to communicate with appropriate MCP server, which finally performs the action in the target applications. Once the result comes back, the host sends it back to the LLM and the LLM generates the final response for the user. So MCP is a standard way for AI assistants and applications to communicate with each other. It allows AI application to discover what tools are available and what parameters those tools need and safely invoke them through a common protocol. In simple terms, MCP made a way for AI from just answering the questions to actually getting things done. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.